be mad. Mean to me.
Don't be mad. There we go. I got it going. Thank you, Rafa. Bidibadafa.
So this whole time, people have been hanging on for dear life, being able to hear us.
Whatever, man. Point is, if you bought a Switch, you're crazy. It's not worth it. Nintendo's crazy. I don't know.
SG, I resent that noise. You scared the little one over here. SG, get off me!
Don't push me away. You know you like it.
SG, you're sticking the cameras in my face.
Hey,
you're
I could stick
leaning on me, and you would cease to exist.
Puppy.
Oh, look at her. She
doesn't like it. Look at her.
I know. She's like me. She doesn't
all
like
up in your eyeball, though. Stop. Okay.
She is not a light girl.
Anyway,
I just heard a moo-moo.
Switch is dumb. The Switch is dumb. Zelda's good.
SG, you're
y'all understand
violent
me?
in the way you say things.
You guys understand what I'm saying? It's like, y'all understand what I'm throwing up?
We don't need any more destructive...
Can you get me some food or something? You're not really helping with the show.
I'm not doing anything.
So just, chop, woman servant. Give me snackies.
No.
Okay, that didn't work. Yeah. Techno says, SG, you heard that Xbox version of Conan Exiles won't have any dicks. Oh, you got... What do you say about that?
As in detectives?
How about what about the PS4 version? Is that going to have penises? Probably not, because they're Japan. They hate penises. They like vaginas. They don't like to show the pee-pee. They don't even like to show pubic hair, man.
SG, take it easy.
Microsoft's not afraid of genitals. Guess what version does show the pee-pee and have the pee-pee slider? The PC version. Guess what is running on the Windows 10. Guess who makes Windows 10? Microsoft. There you go. So if you want the real version, go play it on your Xbox computer. Because that's what it is. That's what the Microsoft PC is the Xbox PC. That's all it is.
I totally get that everybody has a certain genre of game that they like. Like your best friend, for example, he likes all the sports games, especially football. You like more of a RPG game versus first-person shooter. And I just don't like games with a whole lot of violence. So, that's just me. I still feel that I know that I can't voice my opinion on all the violence that we do see in video games and movies, but I just feel like there's so much violence all around. It's exhausting. I don't need to really know or learn how to play games that
anyway, when I talk about violence in video games, we're talking about how dope Scorpio's gonna be versus everything else. I was thinking about this before.
That subject, thank you.
I was thinking about how Junkie T should have been a Switch launch game. If Junkie T was a Switch launch game, we would be selling so many copies because there ain't nothing to play on the Switch. They'd be like, man, you play that game Junkie T? You'd be like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, man,
that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Every time things are released, I guess, and correct me if I'm wrong, with the exception of a lot of PC things, there's just people are scrambling for what's going to be the new thing. Is there anything of substance coming out that's new? And I'm sure too you can fall in love with a lot of independent games and what have you, but
Mass Effect, Andromeda, that's the next game I'm buying. Yup. Forget No Man's Sky. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Forget Horizon Zero Dawn. Who we talk about Horizon Zero Dawn past the first week? Nobody. Because the way that the game stays with longevity is you got to do the Grand Theft Auto. You got to be like, yo, update. Yo, there's a new update. Yo, not like DLC, like, oh, here's another story mission. You got to do the online. That was the fatal flaw of Horizon Zero Dawn. Great open world, pretty. If it was online, it would be 1,000 times better because you could play like Wildlands. That game.
Are you ever gonna do PC gaming?
Quiet. I'm trying to think. No, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, of course. Junkie T. Tom Clancy.
Oh, I love his
Rainbow
books.
Six, Wildlands, or no, whatever it is a good example of an open world that, because it's multiplayer, online multiplayer, that's the best part of the game. As far as like the story and the voice acting and the actual writing is not great. But I was watching, it was like a 40-minute video of Funhouse was playing it. And it was sponsored by Ubisoft, so whatever. But whatever they play, they always have fun, right? So I'm watching them, and they had fun. It was basically...
have fun, all right.
It was... What did that mean? What does that mean? What was that? Why'd you say that, and why'd you say it like that?
How I said it.
I'm just explain.
No.
Oh, they have fun, all right. What does that mean?
Nope.
Explain yourself.
Nope.
Why would you say something like that?
No.
Just to hear yourself talk?
Because I felt like it.
Just to hear yourself. Anyway, it looked like fun how they were playing it. Now, I wouldn't play it the same way, because I don't have 4 friends to play one game like that. I'd play it solo, and it would be boring, because it's not fun without... Because they were just going crazy. They were in the helicopter, and like, land on the crane, and like, okay, I'm on the crane. Everybody got out the crane, and then it was stuck, because there was no way to get down from the crane. It's like, oh, we can't get off the crane. It was good, man. I was like, all right, that's fun for that configuration of like 4 friends who have fun playing games. That's what you do, is open world. But the actual mechanics and the design of the game isn't the best. It's kind of like, okay, it's open world. It's kind of like Far Cry. It's kind of like this. Kind of like that. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed. Not really. It's kind of like The Division. Not really. So it's
Who were we listening to that was saying, that they really just hate to play in groups with unknowns, because it just always turns into something so negative. And I can't remember who it was that was saying, that he was playing a game and there were a whole bunch of youngins in chat, and they were telling him how absolutely horrible he was at the game he was playing.
I don't know.
Do you remember that one?
No, I don't.
No. Well, you know what? SG's got about 4 minutes.
No, I don't. I've got like 15 minutes.
Well, he's got 15 minutes to rant.
You can stay here. I have 15 minutes. So, Scorpion's going to be number 1. We can get back to that in a few. But I want to talk about No Man's Sky. So, No Man's Sky came out with a Pathfinder update. That's what they call it. Pathfinder update, which is a cool name because Pathfinder's in Mass Effect Andromeda. And that's why it's cool. Not because it's No Man's Sky, only because Pathfinder is what you are in Mass Effect Andromeda. That's why it's cool. I wrote down No Man's Sky is back and it's still whack because rhyming.
Well, I remember you. I thought you had it, and then I remembered you totally...
It's 800p upscaled. I'm sorry, 1800p upscaled on PS4 Pro. That's whack. That's why the PS4 Pro's whack, because they can't do 2160. They have to do 1800p. Whack. And it's up. There's no checkerboarding in No Man's Sky. It's upscaled. It's actually upscaled. So yeah, there you go, checkerboard. Frame rate dips between 20 and 60 frames per second. So it's not locked, but it dips.
I still think...
It's still on PS4 Pro.
I'm strongly suspecting, and I'm going to call it out. My intuition tells me there will be much more Sony consoles sold. Much, much more.
PS4 Pro versus Scorpio? Nope.
We'll see when we'll have to see when
No, but see, here's the thing.
Here's
the thing. We won't find the numbers out because Sony will never release the numbers of the PS4 Pro alone. They're always going to mix them in.
There's a lot of conspiracy
They're always going to mix them in with the PS4 Slim. They'll never release standalone numbers.
Well, who says
I don't think Microsoft will ever. I say it because they haven't. They haven't released the numbers yet. People have speculated.
I've heard plenty of people discussing this
similarity. What they sold? 250,000? 500,000 maybe since it launched? That's sad.
And what happened to all the VR headsets that are now officially almost a thing of the past?
They're not a thing of the past. They're going to revise them and stuff. Also, the PC version is the best version of No Man's Sky. Pathfinder update, whatever. On the PS4 Pro, they did some, I guess, ambient occlusion stuff, which is cool. But there are no light shafts, no God rays on the PS4 Pro version because they can't handle it. They ain't got the power. But the PC version, though, they showed the graph. I was like, yo, that looks good. That's the PC. That's the PC version, not the PS4. PS4 Pro sucks. PS4 Pro will make me go buy a PC because I'm like, wow, that's a cool game, but it's better here. If I'm like, I want to play the best version of the game, the PS4 Pro is the worst idea to make. Sony back before the PS4 Pro came out, they were like, yo, we're making a PS4 Pro so that it'll sway people from jumping to PCs. I'm like, you're not doing it because you're showing why PC's better by putting garbage on the PS4 Pro and acting like it's better than the PS4, but it's not as good as PC. So you're looking at it. I'm like, nah, PC. If I'm a go get me some graphics, I know where the graphics are, not on PS4 Pro. And then the Scorpio's gonna come out and be like, "What's up, PS4 Pro? Smack him down."
SG, you're psychotic.
Smack down the PS4 Pro. The PS4 Pro will be like, "Oh my god!" Like twitching.
He's so violent.
Like that. It's over.
But SG, you're still one-sided. You really you err on the side of one-sidedness with your Sony rants. You really
no. I'm
do.
just saying, people are acting like Sony is the next coming of Jesus again or whatever, and it's
not. Did you
not.
have to use that analogy?
Yes, because that's the one that people understand, and it's not. And the Scorpio is gonna smack them down hard, and all the devs are gonna be like, "Yo, Scorpio ain't no joke. It's a beast." PS4 Pro, yeah.
And again, I'm thinking.
And what's gonna happen also?
The loyalty of the Sony
here's the thing.
Is gonna be
that doesn't matter because the devs will make games, right? So if a dev is making a game, and it's easier to make a game in native 4K than it is to checkerboard to 4K, they're gonna do the easier route. And then they're going to skimp out on the PS4 Pro. So what they're going to do, this is what they're going to do. They're going to make the basic. They're going to make the minimum required for the PS4 Slim. And then they're going to use boost mode, excuse me. They're going to use their boost mode that they're coming out with in order to kind of kick it up a little bit. That's all they're going to do. Why would they spend extra time to checkerboard something unless Sony's paying them? So their first party stuff or whatever, or second party stuff, sure, because Sony's paying them to do it. But third party developers, nope. They're gonna be like, where's it gonna look the best? There, okay. Because the install base for the PS4 Pro is 0. It's not 0, but it's little. It's low, so it's not really worth it. And then Scorpio's gonna come out and they're gonna catch them as far as install base on that. And the UWP, come on, son. It's a lot of different games. What was it? I forgot what game it was. Why are you shaking your head though?
Took it too far, SD. I'm gonna throw up on you.
You should have. That would have been good for the show.
For me.
That would have been awesome. It does. My voice sound blown out. Maybe because I'm yelling. Yeah, because I yell and stuff. And I hit the microphone. The audio stream? Ooh. Well, hold on. Let me check that. Actually, I gotta check that. I haven't. Let me see. Oh, it's loud. That's why. Yeah, it's loud. Let me pull this down a little bit. Pull it all down. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, and pull it down a little bit more. How you doing? I guess that's better. I don't know. Sorry. I get excited. I try to have all my streams have good sound and stuff. So it's 8:03. I got to be there at 8:25. So I get 10 more minutes. I'll chill for 10 more minutes. But I mean, this whole No Man's Sky thing is an example of. It's an example of many things. It's an example of how not to lie about your game. Don't be over enthusiastic about your game in that way to mislead the public. You gotta bring people down to reality and say, here are the realistic expectations of what you are going to play, and that's it. And then Sony threw them under the bus. That whole situation with No Man's Sky and Sony is ridiculous. Sony threw them under the bus. What's his name? Not Kazurai. I don't know why I have his name in my mind. Yoshida. Yoshida threw them under the bus. Like, oh, I guess they don't have a PR or whatever. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, ouchie, ouchie. And now they're not saying. They're just saying, yeah, here's the update. And it's like Pathfinder's like, wow, that's cool. You know what? If the Pathfinder and the one before that was part of the original game, $60. Yeah, maybe. Better, closer to maybe, yeah. But nah, it's too little, too late. Too little, too late. And I'm sure this is all free, because if they start charging for that stuff, they in trouble. But yeah, man, No Man's Sky. And another problem with No Man's Sky is that they fumbled the ball, and now there are a whole bunch of devs out there that are gonna make an actually good No Man's Sky game. And then that's it. It's a wrap for them. I mean, it's a wrap for them in the beginning, but it's really a wrap for them. So they need to move on. Seriously, they need to cut their losses. Like No Man's Sky 2, basically, just do a sequel. And be like, if you bought the first one, you get a discount. If you ain't buy the first one, you gotta pay full price, whatever. Or even charge just charge $30. If you bought the first one, it's $15. You know what I mean? You gotta you gotta appease to the customers. You gotta be like, yo, we customer friendly. We love the customers, our fans. But look, I'm excited. I'm glad Nintendo came out with their little thing. Here's the thing I'll say about the Switch. I'm saying it's garbage, right? The Switch is garbage as a home console. It's pretty good as a handheld console. Nintendo's mistake is trying to play both sides. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, this as a home console, it sucks. Everybody knows when you put it in a dock, it performs worse because it ain't got enough power to even at 800p or 900p, whatever it is, to upscale it and to still push it. They should just, if there was a hardware scaler in that little dock, there would be no problem. There would be no issues because the dock would do all the heavy lifting, basically. And that's one main problem that they made a mistake. I know they're trying to keep costs down, but they're charging too much for peripherals. It's a whole bunch of stuff with the Switch. But bottom line, as a handheld, it's good. No games yet, but it's good as a handheld. As a home console, hot garbage. Hot garbage on a platter. Don't buy it. If you're going to buy it, acting like it's a home console, don't buy it. Buy an Xbox One S and a PS4 Slim. You'll pay a little bit more. Well, you might pay $500 as opposed to $360, and you get way more better stuff. And you can actually play Netflix on your system. Anyway, but that's if you're gonna buy it as a home console. There's better home consoles out there. The only thing it has going for it above the other home consoles is that it's portable. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. But, like, looking at what's coming up, I think Microsoft's playing it cool. Phil Spencer, he's doing his thing. He's saying what he needs to say. There's no confusion. There hasn't been any negative press from Microsoft in a while. And it doesn't seem weird, or it seems different, because there's always, oh man, this is bad, or this is bad right here, blah, blah, right? Nothing. I mean, there's no negative press really. Nintendo has all the negative press right now because the Switch launch, because the Joy-Cons are hot garbage, and people are they're opening up the left Joy-Con and adding an antenna. Like, there's no antenna? Are y'all serious? Y'all didn't put it? Okay. I mean, did they test this thing, or they test it as like a use? They're like, this is how they'll use it. It works fine. Okay, ship it. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta really test that stuff. Like, you gotta be like underwater. Like, take it, put it in a Ziploc, go underwater, try to play it. Oh, it still works. Oh, it's good. I'm just saying. But yeah, there hasn't been a lot of negative press for Sony or Microsoft since the Switch. So the Switch is grabbing the bulk of the man. I keep thinking, like, it's the Joy-Con problems, friend codes. I'm like, and then there's like a 12-minute video out there where they show all the glitches for the Switches. It's so funny. I was cracking. I was like, wow, that's bad, but it's funny. I mean, it's bad. If I had one, I'd be mad, right? But I don't have one. Don't plan on buying one. I was like, wow, that's funny. And then I'm like, man, Zelda looks kind of cool, right? I should buy it, right? No. I'd have to buy I wouldn't buy a Switch. I'd probably buy a Wii U cheap if I could find it cheap in the game. But I don't think I think Zelda getting all these 10s is a little weird to me. I think it doesn't deserve that much. I think that's that Nintendo it's getting that Nintendo bump. Anyway, I gotta go. Yeah, lots of dead pixels, says Rafa. I gotta go watch Kong wreck some helicopters. Thanks for showing up, y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Yada, yada, yada. I'm not even going to play a song out because I got to go. And all that stuff. But, yeah. Find me on YouTube. Is it R9cast or R9 Show? I don't remember. I think it's R9cast on YouTube. Whatever. R9cast on Twitch. R9cast on Twitter. Lloyd SG on Instagram. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Rafa. I will have fun. And I'm working on some stuff, too. Don't you worry. Actually, I'm going to. And it doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. And tilt the wait. I got to turn off everything. Let me stop that. Stop this one here. Bye bye. And then I stop this one. See you later.